We go off to the hotline. Always enjoy our chances to chat with Ron Hornaday Jr., who will be back in the NASCAR Nationwide Series at Phoenix on Saturday, driving this time for Turner Motorsports. It's a shame there's nothing to talk with you about other than a rare nationwide start this weekend. How are you?
How you guys doing, gentlemen? I'd say that lightly because the chocolate there.
We're fine. Now, are you a mac and cheese kind of guy, or do we need to cut you in on the action here, or what?
I do know how to boil water, and I know how to cook mac and cheese, so
okay.
That's one of my faves.
Good deal.
All right, Hornaday, you've been around this sport for a long time, and you're a very popular guy. I think your popularity went up Friday night. We might as well go on and get into this because a lot of people really, and I'm sure they felt bad for you, not as bad as you felt. You had not an outside chance. You had a legitimate shot at a championship. You've probably been in some of those situations before. You've been around for a long time. Don't make it any easier, does it?
Well, I thought we were calling in to talk about my ride with Turner Motorsports.
We are.
32.
We are. We'll get to that.
We're talking about your popularity right now.
Well, the only thing I feel bad for is the fans. I mean, it was going to be a heck of a points battle coming down to the last race. And you don't know where I was going to finish. I mean, Kevin Delaney gave me a great truck. Bruce did a great job. I mean, we had a pretty fast arm truck. And it's just one of them things happened. And we'll just go on from there. But, yeah, it's a shame. I mean, stuff happens like that. But first of all, I got to thank Kevin Delaney to give me an opportunity to drive for Turner Motorsports since I'm still under contract with them and stuff like that. So I'm really looking forward. It's going to give me a chance for next year to get started because of, we get to go to Phoenix and nobody's been on the racetrack. And when Mr. Turner asked me to drive for them with a Dollar General Chevrolet, it was a no-brainer. I mean, nobody's been on the racetrack. Everybody's on the even playing field down there. And I've never drove one of these cars yet, so it's going to be a good opportunity for me this weekend.
Is this a precursor maybe to having a ride over there next year? Is this an opportunity for you for 2012?
You never know, but I've got something in the works right now. Hopefully it gets announced here in the next couple of days. But
cool.
Got a handshake with somebody in the truck series, and we'll see what comes out of it here in the next couple of days.
Excellent. Is it an established team or a new team?
Established team.
Great. Well, fantastic. We'll look forward to hearing more about that as we go along.
Ron, you got to be pretty daggone excited about going out there, just like you said, and getting into one of these nationwide cars. I didn't know that you had not been in one of them yet. So you're going to drive the new style nationwide car at a new style racetrack. So you're going to have a lot of things to learn there in quite a hurry, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's still got a steering wheel, and a gas pedal, and a brake. So, it reminds me when I sat in that thing like the old ASA cars, the door bars are so long, you got a lot more room, you got a lot more headroom in them. So it's basically like a truck, and you got a lot of headroom in them now. So you don't have to squeeze through the doors, and it's just going to be fun all the way around. I mean, Trent Owens is going to be the crew chief, and I worked with him back in the Bronze days when we were there. So hopefully we can just click off, and they've been running good. So if we can try to get them a win, maybe that'll bring my job search a little better.
Ron, let me ask you this question. And once again, we have talked to some of the folks about the nationwide practice out there. You guys are going to have a whole day, I think, if I'm right on this. You guys will have a whole day to practice, to pretty much test, and then you'll go back and go through inspection and all the next day. Is that right? Exactly.
Yeah. Thursday we test. I think we get on track for an hour and a half. Track's cold for like 3 hours, and then we're back on it for like 3 or 4 more hours. So I think we're just, I know LaJoy and a lot of guys went out there and tried to put some rubber down to make it a two-group racetrack. So kind of optimistic. I can't wait. I mean, Phoenix was my favorite racetrack to go to. That's when we run the Southwest Tour days against Schrader and all them guys. It was our Daytona of our Southwest Tours, and now they changed it. So I'm kind of looking forward to see how they changed it.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to see how it races. We had Regan Smith on a little while ago, and I said, I've always thought the guys would say, hey, it races like a short track, especially off of 4, where it's always narrowed up so much there. Do you think of it the same way? He said, no, I think of this after the test as more like an intermediate track. Are you expecting speeds to be a lot higher out there?
Yeah. I mean, from when they tested in the Cup cars, they picked up 3 seconds within the morning practice, the afternoon practice. So we just got to be patient and make sure we don't get out of groove and wreck a perfectly good race car. So we're going to start off slow and just get some laps on there, get some rubber down, and see what we got for the Friday and Saturday. And after actually opens it up for real testing for us.
Ron, you've had an opportunity in your career to drive for a lot of different folks, and you've done a lot of these one-off deals. When you go into a new race team, you said you've had some relationship there with Trent. Is it difficult to go in and you guys get on the same page, or because they're racers and you're a racer, is it pretty daggone easy? Is it just kind of like riding a bicycle, huh?
Well, I mean, they really don't know me how my demeanors are in the car or the truck and stuff like that. So there's going to be some communications of hearing your voice. I mean, a good crew chief can hear your voice, how loose and how tight it is, and stuff like that. So it's just a matter of us getting on the same page, and I don't think there's going to be a problem. My son works over at Turner's on Leffler's car, so he said he's been going over there and making sure I get the special stuff. So whatever that means, I don't know. So.
Maybe there is something in the back room there. You never know. I mean, it's a Chevy team. You're a Chevy guy. I mean, that's that's got to be And we sometimes gloss over the manufacturer thing, but that can be helpful to you, right?
Definite. I mean, especially Kevin wrapping up the championship for the Truck Series for Chevrolet, and it was a cool weekend going into it still. But I feel for One Main, they definitely need a win, and I thought we had the truck to do it for them. But hopefully we get another chance at Homestead with them. So all around, I mean, it's been a good week. It's been a bad week, and I just, I don't want to bring it up, but I feel for Kyle. I mean, I'm sure him thinking about it, he didn't want to do the deal. Him and I spoke on the phone, and everything's been pretty cool about it. So I see where he's coming from, but I don't see where he's coming from. So he's definitely trying. He asked for some help from me, so that's all you can ask.
Well, one thing that the way it looked to me, and we talk here all the time on the show about how different it looks from the seat of one of these trucks or cars, and the way it looks on the couch or on pit road, even if you're standing there, it looked like you got up to that lap truck maybe a little quicker than you thought you were going to get there. Would that be a fair thing to say, or did you just think you had more room to get by him on the outside?
Well, you got to go the whole lap. I mean, Kyle ran the middle group coming off 3 and 4. I got a good run by the start-finish line. My spotter actually said, clear, nope, coming back on you. So I felt that I was, he wasn't door-to-door with me getting up into the corner. He got a good run-off. I knew when he said he was still at my quarter panel, I kind of breathed it getting in. It gave him a chance to get alongside me. I hugged the lappers as low as I could, and I got loose. I mean, that happens. Could anything else happen? I don't know. I mean, I thought both trucks were still fine. I think we could have came in there and pulled some fenders out, and I know we had a good piece. We probably could have put back up there and run the top 5, and I think Kyle would have done the same thing. But, we've all done it, but Texas is such a fast racetrack. It looked, I can't say it looked worse than it was, because it was definitely a hard hit. And if it wasn't for soft walls and NASCAR and my Butler-built seats and all the safety NASCAR has done, I probably wouldn't be talking to you guys. I mean, it's definitely if Chocolate went up there, and when they get the motor out of the truck, he'll see that it broke the block. The motor got shoved back in the firewall, bent the truck arm mounts all the way forward. So the impact was really big, and I haven't seen the numbers yet. But my hat's off to NASCAR, the safety of it and everything they've done. It's pretty cool.
Ron, once again, you've had a great career. You've not.
I'm not done yet, Chocolate.
I know, but hey,
this is not your retirement party.
I'm still wanting to call you 5-time. You know what? I'm still think you got one in there. You proved that this year, but throughout your career, you've had to make those phone calls or take those phone calls. How tough is it to even take that phone call?
For one, I didn't know whose number it was. And with all the media and everything calling, you try to keep it to a minimum. You shouldn't even comment on stuff like that, because it's between me and Kyle and Kevin, because it was his truck and stuff like that. So it's tough to. I mean, it takes a man to call somebody, and he did it. He took a good butt chewing for about 20 minutes, and I asked him anything I can do to help him out. I mean, he's definitely the most talented race car driver I've seen. I told him he reminds me of when I was a kid racing, and stuff like that. So I mean, I think he got the point, for me and stuff like that. I mean, I didn't need to threaten him. I don't need to threaten him. He knows that I'm capable of coming back after if I wanted to. But I mean, that's not my style anymore. It's just we still go out and race hard and do what we got to do. So I really say it takes a man to call somebody, and he was the first one to call me on Saturday morning. So that was pretty cool.
Well, that's good to hear. Ron Hornaday with us on the hotline. Before we let you go, I think it's a fair question that fans will want to know your response to. Do you look at the 18 differently next time you're around him? I mean, do you think about it differently before you might try a sort of move with him near you?
Not at all. I mean, Kyle, since he's owned his own race team and everything, him and I mean, I could say the first couple of years Kyle came in the Truck Series, we've had our differences of how hard I drive and how hard he drives. And, you go back to Phoenix when I'm going for the championship, and he drove up on the outside and I got loose again. And that was, mainly my fault because I knew he was going to be there and I knew he was strong. But, probably the last 5-6 races, if I ran Kyle down, he gave me room, and vice versa. When he ran me down, I gave him room. And we really had a lot of respect. And where this came from is beyond me. I don't know what I brought it upon to make this thing happen, but it happened, and we just got to move on. I mean, we're going racing, and we've got one race to go down at Homestead, and I know Kevin Delana and Bruce Cook, everybody up there is going to give me a truck where we can win with, and I'm really proud of Austin, and still in my car chief Danny Stockman over there. He looks like they're going to wrap a championship up, and they just got to keep the wheels on that thing. So it's going to be interesting down there. We're going to actually give them a run for their number. We got to give them a little respect because they're still racing. Johnny Sauter's got a chance to, we went back there with Mike Skinner and we were pretty far behind, and something happened to his truck where we capitalized on. So anything can still happen in the championship, and it's going to be a battle between Johnny and Austin there. So just wish we were in the middle of it, but we're not, and we'll get them next year.
Glad to know you got an opportunity lined up for next year. That's great news for you and your fans and your family, and well said all the way around here. And we appreciate you being with us. Good luck with that 32 car and with Trent on Saturday. You got a great opportunity to win one there, I think.
Yeah, like I said, I got to thank Kevin Delana for giving me the opportunity to drive for them, and especially Mr. Turner and Dollar General. It's going to be a blast. I mean, really looking forward to it.